Our next port of call here on the programme is Semple Stadium, Thurles, for the Munster showdown between Cork and Tipperary. But for a change, not a hurley in sight. This, of course, Tip's first appearance in the provincial decider since 1944. The commentator in Thurles was Jimmy McGee.
And this is the Tipperary team playing as selected. And a great chance there for number 14, Anthony Cross, to make his own little piece of history. He already has a Munster Championship medal in hurling. He's 70 minutes away from one in football. An outside bet, I know, but only 70 minutes. There's one late change in the Cork team. Niall Cahalan has failed a fitness test. Brian Corcoran replaces him at left full-back. Corcoran wearing number 18, the hurling captain, an all-rounder though, no matter what the sport. John Kearns kicking into a bit of a wind here at the Semple Stadium. The break comes to John Costello. He needs support here, and it's provided by Brian Burke, his midfield partner. John Kearns underneath it, solidly held as first Cross, and then Hogan challenged him. Good play, John Kearns. Brian Corcoran, this marvellous athlete. Mark Farr trying to get it away. He shifted off as he did so. But Shea Fahy wins it. And Anthony Davis taken out of it there by John Owens. Referee quick to intervene. Play goes on. Michael McCarthy from O'Donovan Rossa in skib. Don Davis. Colum is the nearest defender. Now Corkery. His second point of the game. And the referee will have taken note, if not a booking, of another late challenge on Anthony Davis. But for Corkery, the second point of the game. Philly Ryan. Teddy McCarthy. Shea Fahy coming from a deep position to link up. It wasn't a good ball by Shea, and he would know it. John Costello to Sean Brett for tip. Covering player is Stephen O'Brien. Gets there before Maguire. Plays it up to O'Sullivan, Kieran O'Sullivan. Mark Farr. John O'Driscoll. John O'Driscoll takes it back from Joe Kavanagh and lands another score. Cork 3, Tipperary no score, 6 minutes gone. It's Anthony Davis again, driving the team from wing back, playing it up to Barry Coffey. Here's a chance of another score. Lays it on for John O'Driscoll, and via the upright, John knocks it over the bar. That's a point from Mick McCarthy, 2 points. Brian Burke. Anthony Cross. Already has a Munster Championship medal in hurling. But it's a bit different today. He's a strong boy though. Looking for Tip's first score. But the block was on it. And it's Anthony Davis, or are there really two Anthony Davises playing, because he's everywhere. That was Brian Corcoran breaking out of the back, playing it up to Mick McCarthy, who led Skib to the championship in the clubs earlier this season. Jerry Ryan is the man who's with them. That's Colin Corkery. That's a score, and Cork are flying. Sean Collum is out quickly to it for tip. Cork to Sean Brett. Derry Foley, the knock on to Davy Hogan. Hogan lays it now to Mark Sheehan. Sheehan goes for it, and Tip has got their first score of the game. Pat Maguire here for Tipperary, getting away from Anthony Davis. Getting inside Mark Farr, looks up for the post. Oh, it's a great point. Brilliantly taken by the centre-half forward, Pat Maguire from Latin Cullen. Tipperary have won themselves A free kick, they can do with any sort of crumbs that are going now. They must get a score. But John Owens merely plays the ball to Shea Fahy. He to the unmarked Barry Coffey. Before anyone can get to Coffey, he lands one in towards, Billy Ryan. Well, he had the luxury of a bit of time. Hasn't been a lot of it for the Tipperary defenders. Out to Sean Brett. This man really is a tower straight in midfield. Big Shea Fahy. Corkery. What a lovely, lazy style. Joe Kavanagh. Oh, beautiful swerve by Kavanagh. That's a piece of individual flair. Wonderful play. Comes back to John O'Driscoll, and he takes his point. Colin Corkery had it in. John Owens, Tipperary. Mark O'Connor. John O'Driscoll. Shea Fahy. Colin Corkery. Sean Brett still goal side of him. He's done as well as any cornerback out on him. It's a great ball to Coffey. Coffey to McCarthy. And a block down by Sean Collin, the fullback. Great block. John O'Mara clears it. Derry Foley dispossessed by Kieran O'Sullivan. Well, if ever a footballer on the field deserves a score, he does. He's had a mighty game. The Cork right half back, Kieran O'Sullivan. Anthony Davis. Don Davis. Stephen O'Brien. Interception by Sean Brett. Kieran O'Sullivan. Barry Coffey. John O'Driscoll. John Costello, tip. Mark O'Connor. This is Pat Maguire. The Tipperary centre-half forward, campaigning in the second half at right corner forward. Derry Foley, flying one through. Brian Corcoran swings at it. This is Teddy McCarthy. Look at all the space and time he had. There was no use to him. Derry Foley. Brian Corcoran bats it down. Mark O'Connor, the Cork fullback. Colin Corkery to Joe Kavanagh. Back to Corkery again. That's where physical strength counts. And that's a super point. Oh, that's skill, that's class. John O'Driscoll. Linking with Don Davis and hoping to bring Teddy McCarthy into the move. And a great piece of play by the fullback, Sean Collum, the captain today. But at the end of it all, he kicks possession away to Mark O'Connor, the Cork fullback. Shea Fahy putting on his gloves as the ball came to him. Looks down in that corner for McCarthy. And here's Collum. He's done well at fullback for Tip. Uses the possession intelligently here, gives it to Tom Mackin, the centre back. It really is the foundation of most of their troubles. The bad pass. Cork passing is good, as you can see. It was John O'Driscoll to Barry Coffey to over the black spot, and Coffey's got on the score sheet. Up goes Liam Honohan. It's Derry Foley then for Tipperary. Looking for Peter Lambert. Tip were looking for something from him today. Here's Davy Hogan. This elusive, hard-running left corner forward. Trying to get away from Mark Barr. He's done it. He's in for a goal. Cairns got his hands to it. It is a goal. Davy Hogan, the scorer. A terrific run. The left corner forward loves to run with the ball. He's got very good close control. Got right inside the cover, inside his immediate opponent. And although John Cairns got a hand to it, the speed of the shot took it over the line. Good goal, Davy Hogan. There's Mark O'Connor. John O'Driscoll showing a lot of pace with the cycling shorts. The chance is on. Michael McCarthy. Perfect goal. Mick McCarthy, the scorer. He put the ball in the net. But John O'Driscoll's run was what made it. Incisive, quick, and made the right decisions at the right time. Pat Hegarty involved. McCarthy with the finish. Jimmy Dunn. O'Brien with the knockdown to O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan to a man who's been brilliant today, Anthony Davis. And is that the first ball Davis gave away? It may very well be in the match. Here's Johnny Owens. That's a point.
It was tough. The first half was very tough, and I was tired at half time, but I swear to God, things went okay in the second half as well.
And you even got on the score sheet.
I did. Yeah, it makes a change, doesn't it? But anything can happen.
I thought in lots of ways, of course it's disappointing for us, but in lots of ways I thought we went about our business fairly well. I thought we played in a very positive manner. I was disappointed obviously with our start. We gave them 8 points of a lead, and I think that's the difference between us at the end. But overall I was pleased that we stayed the course, and we were totally committed to the task, and I felt we played an awful lot of very good football during the hour.
Well, you can learn that you can't ease up until the final whistle goes. We take a lesson from Linford Christie yesterday. He eased up and he got caught. We were going well today and we eased up and they came back at us twice, so I think we have to learn not to take our foot off the pedal.
Well, I don't think you'll hear of anybody resigning from the tip set up tonight. I think I'm very pleased with the players. I'm very proud of the players, and I would hope that we'll be coming back next year for another shot.
We have a long way to go yet. It's great that we're Munster champions once again, but we know that there's a lot of work to be done between here and the next game, the All-Ireland semi-final, which is in 4 weeks' time.
Yes, Cork's Munster title, I suppose, as expected. They now advance to that All-Ireland semi-final where they'll play the Connacht champions on August the 15th. Colm O'Rourke, if I may turn to you. Now, you only saw brief highlights of this match, but Cork looking good from what we saw.
Yes, as you say, Michael, it was expected that they'd win and win it fairly easy. I suppose when they were 8 points up after early on the first half, the match was as good as over. But Tipperary kept fighting back and, made a game of it. And I suppose if they didn't get that bad start, but Cork went out like that, I'm sure, to try and nail the thing early on, and they succeeded. But I would think that Cork would be a bit worried about their injury problems. It's getting a bit like Dublin now. Larry Tompkins missing, Niall Callahan missing the game today. Sort of similar problems to Dublin.
We've seen two more provincial champions crowned today, Derry and Cork. David MacDonald wants to know who you think will win the Sam Maguire at this stage. Now, I have to tell you that David comes from Foxford in County Mayo, so maybe you'll have to be careful what you say.
Well, even allowing for that, I think that the two provincial winners that we saw today, I see them meeting in the All-Ireland final. OK, right, Colm. Well, now, our man of the match selection from that game was Kieran O'Sullivan, the Cork right back, who receives the second of our gold watches on the programme tonight. Well, now, before we just leave Colm for the moment, something we want to show you, Colm, because we were down in Bantry doing the preview to the Tipperary game today. We got a photograph from an old friend of yours, John Maloney, the